So Pensa is a product design consultancy that specializes in research strategy all the way through design, production, and engineering, everything from mechanical engineering, some electrical, some programming, UI. We're smaller, but we provide a lot of the same style services that you can get from a much larger firm. So we work really tightly with our clients. A lot of us came from some of the bigger firms and really like working in a smaller group, a tighter group. We made a CNC wire bender that is works like a 3D printer. All you have to do is draw your lines in Illustrator, Rhino, things like that, and you press print and it'll do the work for you and figure it out and print it out in metal wire. And so we've done that to sort of play in the maker scene a little bit and understand it and also just have a lot of fun doing it. As soon as you can enable anybody to use such tools, whether it's from a lower price or it's a lot easier to use or you don't really need any sort of specialized expertise, you're going to see a lot of people start adopting them. And when that happens, it actually, some people have asked me, like, is that a threat to industrial design? But it really isn't. I think it's all the better. More and more people can play with these kind of things. And I think we've seen similar things in 2D back in the 80s and 90s where all of a sudden anybody could run Photoshop and use a computer, and you see an explosion of people doing graphic design. And I see the same thing in 3D. The DIWire bender is one. Another one is a solar charger we put outside here in Dumbo, where there's a solar panel and it goes down to a USB charger for people who are outside enjoying the food vendors, the sort of little urban oases that are built downstairs, and all they're missing is some power to continue to work outside with your iPad and cell phones and things like that. So what it does is it collects energy, obviously, from the sun. It has a very large battery, and rain or shine, that thing is able, you could plug it in and charge your phone for free downstairs. It's always good to be constantly experimenting and being on the forefront of a lot of different technologies and ways of thinking about people's behaviors. And so these are ways for us to play in our own little sandbox. We have a shop, we have the expertise to do it, and we have all the equipment, and so we usually just make them all in-house and try them out, put them out there, see what people think about them, and sort of try to engage people in a conversation about them. We have 3D printers, CNC equipment, a lot of traditional things like welders, lathes, chop saws, table saws, band saws, all sorts of stuff like that.